Welcome back. This is video 3 for the Pick and Place lab in Rotobot Studio. So I'm going to create a new path and I'm going to call this Open Gripper. And inside there I'm going to insert action instructions. And the template I'm going to use is a set DO. So I'm going to set the output. And that would be not close gripper, but open gripper. And I'm going to set the value to 1. I'm going to create this. Now I'm going to create another, but this is a wait for an input signal. And I'm waiting for the gripper to be open. I'll create that. And then once that happens, I want to set my DO of open gripper off because it's open. So I'll change that to 0 and I create. And finally, I want to create another wait DI. That is, the gripper is open, and since it's open now, finally, we're going to turn it off. So we turn it on, we turn this on, and once those happen, we turn them off. So that's our open gripper function. So now, we can put that into our code. So for instance, when we're above our peg, we're going to want to open up, make sure our gripper is open before we go down onto the peg. Okay? But before I do that, I just realized that I need to make a change. I'm going to close that window. I'm going to highlight, I'm going to hit Shift and click that one, highlight all 4. And I'm going to modify my instructions here. My speed is way too fast. I'm going to go down to 300. And my zone is way too sloppy. I'm going to go to fine. I'm also going to go over here and change my speed and my zone so future instructions will be in those settings, so I don't have to do that. And now action instructions I don't have to fix those. So I'm going to open my gripper before I go on to the peg. Right? And you probably can guess what we're going to do next. We're going to create a new path. And we're going to call this close gripper. Yeah. And it's going to look a lot like open gripper. We're going to create some actions, except for now it's closed gripper, right? So we're going to set a DO with a value of 1, closed gripper. We'll create that. We're going to create a wait DI that the gripper is closed. We're going to set a DO again. Whoops, I did that again. We're going to set a DO and now turn this off. Create. And then we're going to turn off our wait DI. Nice. Sweet. So there's our close gripper. Okay. Also, one more thing. Right at our home instruction, I'm going to insert, and I'm going to set DO, close gripper. Let's do open first. Open gripper. Let's turn that off. I'm kind of like initializing our variables here. Okay. I'm going to set a DO again, and that's the close gripper variety. And we're going to turn that off. And we'll do the same thing with our wait DIs. 0, create, and one more. Wait DI, gripper is open, 0, create, and there we go. Okay, so when I reset, we should just turn all these things off in case, I don't know, something happened. Okay, and we want to close the gripper when we're on peg 1. Okay, now I'm going to auto-config all those changes. I'm going to sync to rapid and cross my fingers, because here we go. And nothing happened at all, except for peg 3 fell through the floor. So I'm going to stop and reset. Ooh. Yes. I should have named these slightly differently because I kind of already have those names as my signals. I think that may be the issue here. So I'm going to rename these. But I don't think that's going to fix it. So I'm going to need to go into rapid here. And this is like temp data. So I'm going to delete this. And I'm going to go back. So I made those changes to those functions I created, I'm going to call them. And let's see, do I need to auto-config? Maybe. Alright. And synchronize. Okay. And go to my simulation. And we got movement. We picked it up. Now it just fades away. We'll have to do more. Okay, so I reset and I can keep trying. So the next thing I'll need to do is make some targets on the second pegboard in order to drop that peg off. And I'll do that in the next video. See you then.